know what's true to you. Because you can't please everybody. You can't be everything to everybody. But you could be true and you could be yourself and comfortable in your skin and just represent what's real to you.
I'm very much in a space right now where I'm not doing anything that's going to compromise my peace and happiness. So I think just taking control, making sure you like maintain your power, don't give your power away to anybody. That I feel like is the key to like truly being happy.
Hey, bro, you better get ready to buckle up because this shit don't get no easier, bro. Once you think the grind gets easier, come on, bro, you silly, man. This grind's only for the strong ones, bro. And if you weak, I suggest you go ahead and leave. It's tough, but it's true. Be safe.
What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Creative. Go ahead, say it with me. We are back at it again to do what? To create something great. Now today I'm super excited what I have planned for y'all. We are going to be paper trading our Algo trading bots, some that we created here with y'all, some that I created by myself, but nonetheless like 80% of them are bots that we created here with y'all. So let's just go around to be able to look at what they're doing right now. This is our momentum breakout bot. This bot trades QQQ. Oh, my fault. I forgot to tell. So my name is Creative here at Creative Coder. Our aim is to be able to create different algo trading bots, AI agents, machine learning, and to be able to show y'all my process, right? I've been doing this for just under a year, and I've been streaming with y'all for about 8 weeks now, right? So I'm still completely new in this, so I may make a few errors here and there, but that doesn't take away from the work that we're doing. So if you do have any questions, please feel free to ask them. So what I want to do right now is just go around to be able to look at our bots. This bot right now is trading QQQ. This is a momentum breakout bot. Right now is just scanning for signals, and if it doesn't find any, it doesn't force any trades, right? And is looking for the perfect setup for itself. All right, beautiful. Let's go look at Bel Air. Bel Air trades SPY. What is SPY? SPY is the S&P 500, the top 500 companies within the New York Stock Exchange. Excuse me. Again, same thing. It doesn't force anything. It's looking for the right setup. Here's Penny for You. Penny for You is a candlestick strategy. It uses the flagpole and the pennant strategy, right? It trades SPY, the S&P 500, top 500 companies within the New York Stock Exchange. Same thing. It's looking for signals, and if it doesn't find anything, it's not going to force it. And I have bots that don't start yet, right? That start at different staggered times. Like Sniper. I think Sniper starts at 9:40. So at 9:40, you'll see this bot clock in, for lack of better words, to be able to start its day. Here's Second Chance. Second Chance trades QQQ. It is looking for, this is a crossover strategy using a momentum crossover strategy using, even though it says SMA, where I've updated it to use DEMA, and that's the double EMA, right? So it's a little bit quicker. I just need to update it so it can be that. And as y'all can see, I need to update it as well so it can be a little bit more. I can get feedback like this, right? Instead of it being super blank, right? I mean, it is letting me know, but I want it to be a little bit more comprehensive. So I'll add that to the list of something we need to do. And here's Easy Reader. Again, Easy Reader is not forcing any signals. As soon as it finds a signal, then it proceeds to be able to trade. This bot trades QQQ, and QQQ is the top 100 tech companies within the NASDAQ. Here's Range Baby, a Range Baby bot. This is a breakout bot, right? This bot trades QQQ, and if it doesn't find anything, it's going to let me know. So as you can see, there are some bots that has quite comprehensive logging to let me know what's going on, right? And why there isn't any trades. And then there's others that's a little simple, right? I just forgot to go back and to update this, but that's something we're going to get done today using Claude Code. So no worries there. Here's Gravity, baby. I created this bot live with y'all last week. And as you can see, quite comprehensive. This is a momentum breakout bot. It trades QQQ. And right now it's not finding any signals. So that's fine. Let's go ahead and put you back in your corner. Early warm is not up yet. And then here's Mind the Gap. This is a gap fill strategy. This gap fill strategy trades SPY. Wait, too many files open. Rate limited, too many files open. All right, so there's an issue here that we probably need to fix or not. I just need to go. All right, I'm gonna go double check there just to make sure there's no issues. All right, let's go take a peek at the market real quick. So the market has been open for the past 10 minutes. I'm looking at QQQ on the 1-minute chart. So in order to see how the market opened, each one of these candlesticks represents 1 minute of action, right? So let's go back 10 minutes. 1, 2, 3. Gap up, like extremely overbought. And remember, this is the Bollinger Bands, right? This top line is going to let me know when people are like super excited and FOMO is setting in, right? So this is the overbought line. This middle blue line is going to be the moving average. This is the moving average for the price for the past 20 minutes. And then this green line is when panic is setting in, where people are overselling their this particular asset. So right now, a little bit of FOMO, right? So let's go back 10 minutes so we can see where the market opens. So 11 minutes now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So market opened up a bit overbought. But then the bears pushed it down. And we all know, right, the red equals the bears or the sellers in the market. And their biggest aim is to be able to push the price to new support levels, right? When we're talking about support, we're talking that the underlying price is making lower lows, right? And we're talking about resistance. We're talking that the underlying price is making higher highs, right? So the bears, when they come into the market, they want to be able to push the price down. So it's kind of interesting that, all right, it opened up overbought, but they pushed the price down, but we have some momentum that is creeping back up, right? See the difference between these dojis, right? Here, I'm seeing a lot more conviction, right? The sellers are pushing the price down and they're able to do it, but it was rejected. How we know it was rejected? Because of the wick. Now, for our current bar, right, they're trying to push it down, but it's getting rejected because that wick is a lot longer. So the bulls just went ahead and took back over. Let me see if anybody opened a position. Yeah, that would have been a prime time to open one. And see, this is what I do, right? I just check on our bots, see what they've been doing. If there's a position open, I go look at it, but I'm not searching for positions, right? And that's one of the great things about automated trading, right? Is okay, you just build it and it will come type. All right, and here's SPY. SPY is the S&P 500. Top 500 companies within the New York Stock Exchange. So as you can see, SPY gapped up like nobody's business. And what is a gap up, right? So the morning price opened a lot higher than yesterday's close. So yesterday's close was right here, right at the moving average, right? Just sitting right at it. And then it gapped up this morning, right? And then now it's just trying to find its sea legs. So that's what usually happens within the first couple of minutes of the market. So that's why I have bots that have staggered starts. Some bots start like as soon as the market opens. Other bots start at either 10 o'clock. See this bot right here? I think it's 10 o'clock. This bot starts, right? So as soon as it starts, all we got to do is just being able to monitor it. Yo, have you done any gamma exposure? Oh, yes. That's something, Javon, good morning. Hope all is well. That's something that I'm going to be working on, being able to create a gamma exposure. I kind of have one, right? This bot right here is kind of a little gamma squeeze, gamma exposure bot, but it's not really like truly gamma scalping. That's something that is on the list. Maybe I'll get that done today, right? Being able to create a gamma exposure or gamma scalping bot, because I think that's something that definitely makes sense for us to be able to take advantage of. So I have a couple, let me say that, but they're still in the workshop. They're still in the lab. I'm still flushing a couple things out, but I think maybe it'll behoove us to be able to start a new one. So that's maybe something I'll start after we're done paper trading today. So I don't mind doing that. A great recommendation, by the way. But I have some bots that have elements of gamma scalping, right? Like this one right here. We also have our high frequency trading bot that has elements of it. And this bot just started. Oh, no, you've been up for a minute. What time? Oh, 9:31. Right. And the reason I love like our bots, right, is letting me know, right, okay, this bot trades QQQ. we have a bearish crossover, right? But it needs to have multiple things line up. If these items aren't lining up, so you're going to see me let me know of a rejection and why, right? So I appreciate it. And all we have to do is just be studious about what's happening. So as you can see here, a lot of different things. So some bots are giving me quite comprehensive feedback. Other bots are just saying, hey, I'm here. I'm alive, right? And that's what I kind of want to update, is like make this to be a little bit more comprehensive feedback. So what I'm going to do with that is use Claude Code to do that. What kind of bots do you run, Javon? All right. Also, what's your take on predicting market arbitrage? That is a different game with regards to being able to do that. I haven't spent that much time with being able to do arbitrage on the future equity side of it. I've done arbitrage on the crypto side of it, and I think that could be very advantageous, but I haven't done arbitrage, right? Being able to find an asset that's lowerly priced on one exchange, right? And being able to sell it higher for another exchange. So in crypto, that makes sense. So for an example, I can find something that's selling cheaper on Coinbase, and then I can go sell it on Binance. So that type of arbitrage I've done, but I haven't done arbitrage. An example, if I find something that's a little bit cheaper on IBKR, and being able to sell it on Alpaca, I haven't really done that, but I think that's something that we can look into, right, with regards to being able to have a different sentiment on the market. So I don't mind being able to delve into that. So trying to learn how to backtest gamma scalping and looking into crypto perps. Yeah, I noticed that with the whole arbitrage. And crypto is not bad. That's where our start. Let me not say that. Crypto has its perks, right? But one thing I would make sure is like you're triple checking, if not double checking, double if not triple checking, excuse me, all of the back tests. And I can show you. Matter of fact, if you would give me a bit, I will create a strategy today for gamma scalping, and you can be able to see how we back test it. Right. So the thing with, and are you doing this for options or crypto? All right. Oh, that's what I need to do. Let me go get Claude Code open up real quick. Let's go get Claude Code open, because I need to update some of these bots the way that they look. I want a little bit more feedback. Like, tell me what's up. I need to go open up this option bots folder. Then we're closing you. I don't need you. Thank you. Let me go get Sonnet. No, let me go get Opus 4.5. Because you listen to me. Oh, options. Yeah, no, I can show you that today, gang. Just give me a second. Like, I want to get this paper trading session on the way. Then while we're paper trading, I'll just create that strategy live. But I just want to give it like a few more, like 5 or 10 more minutes. Then I'll start creating that strategy with you, and I'll show you how I create create the back test. Because the thing about back testing options, you have to kind of customize it. I don't know if you let's start here. What library do you try to use when you're back testing options? Oh, somebody's opening up a position. Hold on, I'm here. Somebody's opening up a position. Give me a second. Oh, Momo's trying to open up a position. But as you can see, no Greeks available. It failed the VIX filter, so it doesn't force it. Even though, all right, I found a signal, right, a bearish breakout, so it thinks the market is going to go down, right? It has to be able to pass these different filters, because what I've noticed is that, yeah, it's cool and all to be able to find a signal, but the most important thing is that option contract selection. If the option contract, here's a little bit of gamma exposure, right? Because we're using gamma to be able to do this, but nonetheless, you can find your signal all day, but if you don't filter by your option contract, it's damn near you're wasting your time as well. That's one thing that I've learned, right? That option contract selection is key. All right. You're Gucci. Second chance, bro. You can be just a lot better. That's one that I'm going to start with. But I have no clue. Okay. So give me 5 minutes, maybe even 8 to 10, and we're going to create a gamma scalping strategy for you, and I'm going to show you, and it's going to be super super simple, right? I'm not going to go. Okay, hold on. We just had another bot almost find one. All right, HFT. Everybody's bearish on the market right now, and this is we're going from. Okay, you were QQQ, so another QQQ bot is bearish on the market, but no suitable options are found, and that's fine. Don't force it. The market is 20 minutes in, gang. It's okay. Don't force it. All right. What was I saying? So I'm going to show you how you can backtest an option for gamma scalping. But the thing about backtesting options is that you have to create your own custom library. So I was trying to see if you're using an library yourself, because I've tried it all. I've tried backtesting.py, I've tried Backtrader, I've tried VectorBT, I've tried Frequent Trade. You name it, I've tried it, and they really don't work with options. So I've learned to be able to create a custom file when it comes to backtesting options. Right. Now, do you use Claude Code, or do you use any AI when you do code? You can even use Cursor. I mean, Cursor is not bad, but you got to be kind of specific with them. All right. What I want. Okay. And then positions. Do you understand options? Like, what is your understanding of options? Because I have a little lesson we can go through too before I even create the strategy. So I gave you the bot, the configs. I need to give you this. And also need to give you this. Review the bot's files using rgbat fd less tail terminal commands to properly gain context of bot. Do not read at one shot. Use your tools and resources. I appreciate you. Yeah, I understand. All right, beautiful. Yeah, I have no idea on how to set up my environment. I've just been coding in Google Colab. That is interesting. I thought Google Colabs is just mainly for um, machine learning. I didn't know you can code in Google Oh, you know what you're probably doing? You're using. Hold on. Let me show you. I think what you're using is the notebooks in Google Colab. Hold on. Let me open up a notebook real quick. You're using notebooks to be able to code. This is what you see when you code. So you use notebooks and then your little AI down here to help you to do this. Okay. This is not a bad way. The only thing is, like, with being able to use Jupyter notebooks or any notebook, when it comes to being able to code, it kind of is a little different, because each one of these sections represents, like, maybe it could be a different function. I just code Python directly. How? Okay, beautiful. And you code Python directly in here, or do you use Gemini to do it? Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Would you ever be comfortable with being able to use Cursor? Do you have you ever used the Visual Studios or Cursor? Cursor is built on top of Visual Studios. This guy right here. This is not a bad way. I mean, the way you're doing it is not bad, but there's a little bit better way to be able to do it where it's a little bit more intentional. Now, there's little caveats, right? There's also what's this thing called? Just Affinity, Google. Damn it, I just had it the other day. Oh yeah, I use VS. Okay, perfect. If you use Virtual Studios, then yeah, you can just follow me here because I don't need to go into using another one. So if you use Virtual Studios, you can follow the steps, and you can be able to understand what I'm going to do with regards to creating a back test for these options. So give me 1 second. Let me make sure nobody's in a trade. And the market right now is kind of erratic, and that's fine. Like, I'm not expecting these bots to go dumb, but I haven't figured out how to actually learn how to set up the Claude Code environment. Do you have Claude Code already set up? Like, do you already have a login? Google came out with, that's what the fuck, anti-gravity was the one I'm going to review like in another day or two. Anti-gravity is just like, so it's like Cursor. I think it's built on top of VS. And Google, this is their way to be able to get into the coding game, right? I am going to be testing out nope. What is nope? Oh, no, for Claude Code. You don't have a Claude Code set up. Give me a second. But I'm definitely going to be working with anti-gravity in a bit to figure out how they work. Matter of fact, I kind of want to download it now, but I want to keep this video focused. So I am going to be creating a video on anti-gravity to figure out, okay, if I can use it as a viable backup yet, but I haven't used it yet. I started with VS. I can try to see if I can do this here, but it's going to be super different because how do you bring in your number? You need to figure out how to bring in the data. You can bring in your data, being able to use the Google Drive, but then that becomes a little bit too cumbersome. But I'll try, but I may just go back to Visual Studio, so I'm not gonna hold you, or a Cursor. All right, so let me stay focused. So what I'm going to do is, I think the bots have been running for a bit now, and I'm not too pressed on their performance. So the market is choppy, and I get that, and I think that's why they're having a bit of angst right now. Market is choppy. We're seeing okay. So the thing I love about Bollinger Bands, right, is you're seeing it play out here, right? It's the depiction, or it's the thing that tells us that no matter, yeah, no need. I'd rather learn Cursor or anti-gravity. Oh, bet. Cursor is definitely the vibe. I know Cursor very, very well. If you know Visual Studios, you can be able to learn how to use Cursor. There's no issue there. And anti-gravity, I'm going to start working with this weekend. And maybe I'll do that stream live, where I'm like actually download it and go through the steps and all that. But nonetheless, what I want to do is, now that the bots are actually Gucci, I'm going to create this gamma strategy that you were talking about before. Give me like 2 minutes. I just want to have this bot start. This bot starts at 10 o'clock. And there's a reason, because I figured out that this bot cannot trade in the morning, or when the market first opens. It needs time to like understand what the heck is going on. So that's why I took away the first 30 minutes. This is another one that could be a ton better as far as the feedback is concerned. Go back to your corner. All right, as soon as this bot starts, then we can start working on our gamma strategy. And I'm going to make this, again, super simple. We're not going to overcomplicate it. Is there a symbol that you like the most? Do you trade ETFs like QQQ, SPY, IWM, SPX, right? Or do you trade individual stocks or individual options themselves or stocks? All right, here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. So now what I want to do real quick is, you see how beautiful this is? This is good. This is what I want. This is second chance. It could be a lot better. All right, let me just sneak over to Claude Code real quick, because it's done reviewing. So what I want to say is, okay. All right, great. Now we need to work on a few things. Review the image of the bot. Oh, look, look, look. We got a signal. Oh, hold on, hold on. Nope. Okay, we got something coming in. It is, so this is our early worm bot. This bot starts training at 10 a.m. Like as soon as it opened, it took off. Right now it's looking for a, always looking for a put, but none of the puts passed. So I want to make sure there isn't no valid put options found. They didn't find it. All right, bet. That's fine. We don't force anything. We don't force anything. Okay, let's go back to Cloud Code real quick. All right, great. Now I need to work on a few things. Here's the image of a another one of our bots having a great day and has amazing logging and output, so we know what it is doing. Then there's second chance. Then we have second chance. Not really as detailed as a feedback. Review the code, then advise what we can update in order for us to get more details as to what the bot is doing in real time. All right, bet. So I'm gonna let you do that. So I'm gonna have a couple of moving pieces today. So I'm just gonna need y'all to follow me, okay? I'm gonna create a bot, or excuse me, I'm gonna create another strategy live with y'all while I'm paper trading, and this is going to be a gamma strategy, a gamma squeeze or a gamma scalping strategy, right? Now the reason I'm going to, and I want to do this with QQQ. The reason I want to use QQQ is because the thing about gamma helps delta change a lot faster, right? And the thing about gamma that I've noticed is that a little bit of volatility doesn't hurt as well, right? So QQQ is just a little bit more volatile than SPY, right? Now, reason being so is because this is just straight tech companies. SPY has tech companies within them, as you can see here, right? There was a little bit of volatility, while now it's just finding its way back to its average. That's why I like using Bollinger Bands. But when it comes to being able to really take advantage of gamma, I want to be able to use QQQ. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to use a trading view indicator, right? So I want to keep this super simple. So this is, all right, so QQQ, I'm going to go to indicators on the top here. Oh, can y'all see this? Hold on. So we see indicators on the top here. I'm going to click on it. Then I'm just going to hit gamma. And let's find a indicator, or let's find a foundation for a strategy that we can use in order to build this gamma exposure strategy. You see gamma blast strategy? That is just, should I use that? That's just, that caught my attention. So this is, okay, hold on. Y'all saw how I did that? Let me just go back. So I went to indicators. I'm going to put gamma. Then I found this gamma blast strategy, right? Then you see these brackets, it says source code. So I need to go and find the Pine script code, right? Pine script is just TradingView's language, or language that they use whenever they come to being able to create different indicators, right? So it pulls up this script here. Then we can find a little bit more about it. So this is a gamma blast strategy. It uses the EMA, so the exponential moving average. It uses Bollinger Bands. It uses ATR, which is the average true range, and risk reward ratio. So this will be interesting. But the thing is, it's using, the periods are just a little bit too long for me in my house. Reason being so is because we have 50, 20, and 14, but I think I can make that a little bit faster. So this is just a super simple strategy that, let's go ahead and take it and use that as a base to being able to build out a strat here. Let's go back to the bots. Everybody's just running. All right, let me keep you here. Then what we're going to do is going to come here, open. I close you. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, clear. My fault. Let me go get compass 4.5. Let me also do this. Let's do, all right, let's do this. Give me a second. Now, yeah, all right, I'm gonna stick to what I was doing. Let me copy. Come back here, come back here. Bet. All right, so now what I'm going to say is you are a senior Algo. You are a senior Algo options specialist. What are you tripping about right now? I thought I gave you. All right, specialist, review the following script and explain the strategy to us like we're 12 years old. Make sure to limit your responses to only 312 total tokens for output response. So I'm going to be creating right now, at the behest of Javon, just wanted to see this gamma strategy. So I'm going to take this gamma strategy, and this is a gamma blast strategy. What it does, it catches big price explosions, breakouts, and ride the waves. So what it does, it has the EMA, the orange lines, and it shows the overall trend direction. Then we have the Bollinger Bands, the red and green lines. This creates the price range where the price breaks outside something big is happening, right? So the entry rules, we're going to buy a price blast above the upper band and above the trend line, and sell short when it crashes below the lower band and trend line. Here's our risk management and take profit. There's a bug in the code. There's a short TP is assigned wrong. Should I? Okay. All right. What we want to do is adapt this for 0 DTE QQQ. Oh, somebody just opened up a position. Hold on. Who just opened up a position? Let me see. Oh, they're trying to open up a position. Nobody has opened it yet. Let me just stop you real quick because I'm working on being able to get you right. So if I'm getting you right, I need to stop you real quick. All right, beautiful. So everybody's running. I thought somebody was in a position, but they're not. So let's come back here. All right, adapting gamma blast for 0 DTE QQQ, faster time frames. Okay. Excuse me. We're going to be using 1 minute time frame, and we want to set the foundation and ensure we have the proper periods being used. Let's start there, and let's start there to discuss this. All right, faster time frames, tighter indicators, smaller ATI multiplier, and then time filter. Only trade. No, I have a time filter myself. So currently there's 21 bars to 21 minutes. In order to get the trend, too short, might whipsaw, too long, might miss entries. Considering 34 or 50, roughly 30 to 50 minutes trading window. Currently it's 14. But for 0 DTE, you want responsive, not too twitchy. So consider, no, get the fuck. ATR, okay, no. Nope. No, that is entirely way too long. We're going to do EMA. EMA is right now what, 21? Anywhere from 3, 5. I could do 2. No, I could do 2. I could do 2. 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, or 10. Last resort is 12, and then BB 5, 7, 8, 10, 12, and ATR 3, 5, 7, or 8. Let's discuss which makes more sense before proceeding. Again, this is 0 DTE on 1 minute. We're doing here. All right, we're GUA. We can go get second chance back up and running. Let's verify. Let's make sure we can get second chance. So I'm still not seeing. I don't know what you did. Enhanced status updates every 60 seconds. No, we would like that. We would like the updates to be a bit sooner, right? Maybe every 10 seconds, right? Also, we're not getting the detail we expect here. This is still super simple. Somebody's trying to open up a position. Oh, come on, Mini Bear. Mini Bear's trying to open up a position, y'all. It found a breakout, a bullish breakout. So I think the market is going to go up. It's trading SPY. All right, so it just submitted an order. It's waiting for it to actually fill. So let's see if this order fills. And I'm looking at Alpaca right now. I see the bot is running at 1022, which is outside. No, the fuck is not. Are you tripping? All right, it's trying to submit an order. Let me see if there's anybody else. No, it's just you. Looking at the code. Okay, mind the gap. Come on now. Bring it. Almost. Provider unhealthy. Is trying to open a position right now. But we're having illiquid options, and that's okay, right? See, I get the rejection reason, illiquid option. I have no qualms with that, fam. No qualms with that at all. So it found a signal, right? But it's getting rejected because of illiquid options. So I have no issues with that. Wait. Why are you still using? See, you're failing because you're using the wrong provider. Goodness gracious, fam. You're getting rate limited like a mug, and I need to go fix you. Not using tasty. Okay, I need to go fix you. I'll go fix you. All right, let's come back here. Got it much more aggressive. All right, got it much more aggressive for 1 minute. Recommendation is 5 or 7, 7 or 8. Okay, here's my pick. Alternative for slightly smoother, 5, 8, 5. All right, we can start there. We can start with 5, 8, 5. Now, what is used to confirm the signal, right? Before we get in it, before we proceed. Okay. No, you're good, but I'm noticing, who is it? Mind the Gap. Review using, okay, let me come over here so you can see what I'm doing. Using RG, BAT, FD, AUK, less C, or other terminal commands, so we can gauge what the issue is here for this spot. All right, second chance. You should be GUAP. MA volume is average or NA, waiting for more data. Okay. All right. Let me come back here real quick. Let's come back here real quick. Where we at? Where we at? All right, beautiful. Would y'all mind if I turn on some vibes? And it's not gonna be too much. Let me know if it's too loud. Let me know if it's too loud or if it's just right. Little Goldilocks. All right. While you're doing that, let's get to our work. All right. Good question for zero DTE 1 minute. You need a fast confirmation that doesn't lag. The volume confirmation, RSI confirmation, volume, VWAP position, candle close. My recommendation for volume, but volume is not always the biggest predictor, right? Because I had some trades that were the biggest but didn't have that much volume, so that volume is not always the biggest predictor. Simple, fast, no lag. Volume confirmation is real interest. VWAP keeps you on the right track. Alternative, RSI. Do we have one in the strat now? Looking at the current script, there's no confirmation. Long positions, EMA in session. That's it. The price breaks the BB and it's above the EMA. The instant entry, no volume, RSI or candle close confirmation problem. You'll get chopped up with false breakouts. Now, would it make more sense to use ADX? Oh fuck. ADX, and we'll trade with the trend and not against it? Does it make sense for this breakout strat? This is that's what kind it is. Correct us if wrong. All right, let me come back here. The Greek API provider, all Greek API provider problem. Look, which provider is it using? And what is the issue? Let's run a few C curls via terminal command to understand how it may work. And do it within the Conda environment well. And what issues may be. You're right, a breakout. It is a breakout strategy, but here's the thing. ADX measures the trend strength, not the direction. For breakouts, ADX makes sense, but the issue, ADX lags. By the time ADX confirms the strength, the breakout already happened. Better use of ADX is okay. Trend strength, not direction. What would be a better one to use for the direction, since we kinda have one for trend already? We need one for direction, not the strength. Okay. We need one for the direction. You already have an EMA for trend direction, the price above and below the EMA, so you don't really need the DTI is redundant. For the confirmation, better option, the volume, real money comes behind the breakout, confirms the momentum, not overbought or oversold, or ADX just environment filter. My vote is volume. Breakouts without volume equals trap. Breakouts with volume spikes equals real move. Simple. All right. For is it using 10 periods? Yes, we're using 10 periods for the volume spat for 0 DT, which are 585 setups. 10 may be too long. Probably would match your other periods. Recommendation 5. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, this makes sense. Now lay out what we have so far before we proceed. If you would, get me right. All right, here's the settings. EMA 5, BBA, ATR 5. Volume is going to be a simple moving average of 5 with a spike of 1.5. I may drop that down a little bit. Risk and position. All right. So session is going to be from 9:30 a.m. to 11:44 a.m. and max 1 trade per day. Excuse me. Y'all have 2 different ATRs, bro. Hold on. In addition to the ATR SL, we want to add a cap of 12%. And in addition to the TP take profit, we want to add TP1 18.5 4%, and then TP2 of 14.8%, and max hold time of 3 minutes. I really want to say 2 minutes. Exit whichever full exit happens first, no scaling out. We are aiming for the higher TP, right? But we'll take whatever the market gives us in the time we're in position. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We will take what the market gives us once we are in position. We are kind of like building a new strat right now live with y'all too, which is kind of dope. First time doing it while I'm actually paper trading, so that's interesting. That's interesting. Let me come here. Okay. Bet. Got it. Session. Max 1 trade per day. Exit whichever happens first. Full exit. Okay. ATR base. And then max of 12%. Here's our TPs. Question. You have TP1 and TP2, but TP1 is higher. If you were exiting on whichever happens first, no scaling. Did you mean that's fine. All right, let's have it like this. But we're aiming for the stretch, but we'll take the first target if it comes. You want these two TPs to work together since it's full exit, no scaling. Yes, to work together so we can exit once market calls for it. All right, let's go take a look at our bots right now. Oh, matter of fact, you know who I'm supposed to go look at? Second Chance. Are you actually giving me the update? Bruv, this still can be better. I don't understand though. I really don't. Market's just been either super choppy today, which I can agree with, or we just really haven't been taking positions. All right, got it. So both can activate simultaneously. I'll take this first if it hits, but aiming for this. Whichever hits first, full exit. So far, excuse me. Okay. And I kind of want a VIX-based exit. Excuse me. We want a VIX-based position sizing. Low size thing, right? We are starting at $100 for starting balance, and then if balance is less than $4.99, can use up to 80. Let's say 84. Shout out to Randy Moss. 84% of portfolio balance, and if balance is, I figured, yeah, this is the most complex I want to keep it. Then I want to keep it simple. I want to keep it like super simple for this. And if balance is between 500 and 1K, can use up to 44%. And if balance is greater than 1K can use 22%. Now advise how we can adapt VIX to this before we proceed with the option, before we proceed with the remaining two parts of this build out to ensure good. Hold on. We just let you be. I'm not gonna hold you. All right, good thinking. VIX based position sizing acts risk control. Okay, adding VIX, option 1. Full position size. Okay. VIX hard cap. I like option 1. Yep. We like option 1. Let's discuss now what we have. Go up. I bet we're building out our strategy, man. Slowly but surely, we're building out our strategy. Option contract selection and option contract selection / strikes. How are we going to do this based on the type of strat we have? Bro, use Python, not Python 3. Good question for a breakout strategy. Wait, is this a breakout strategy or a gamma squeeze strategy? Let me come back here. Wait, looking at the original strat, right? Is this classify properly what kind of strat this is? What are you doing that is incorrect, fam? This is a momentum breakout strategy plus trend swallowing hybrid. Why breakout? Okay, it's not mean reversion, it's not pure trend following, it's not scalping. The gamma blast is the gamma option for the acceleration. The blast comes from the BB through the explosion through the BB Bollinger Bands and catching the momentum explosion as the trend continues. Excuse me. All right. But what should be the min max for delta and the min max for delta based on this? Can ya please figure it out, brother? There we go. Tasty Trade is working fine. Now let me check why the minded gap bet is actually receiving. For breakout, what? We were thinking maybe go a bit lower, right? Like 0.25 to 0.55. Let me know your thoughts. That's a heck of a little gap there, fam. Fives are like we're fighting theta. Okay. Data crush. 0 DT. Okay. Blast 5 72 minutes. QQQ move my hit. Okay. All right. So 035. All right. Gucci with that. Also going to want a premium min max of 0. What is it? 15 to 0. I'll go the maximum I'll spend is like 60. And then strike distance from 1 to 5. Makes sense? If so, lay out what we have so far. We're not getting that much action today. I'm not going to hold you. It's just been a all right, let me just sit and wait type of day. Yeah, bruv. All right, makes sense. Keeps you liquid, reasonably priced contracts close to the action. Here's what we have so far. All right, close. Beautiful position, filter, parameter. This is a two-parter. What are the stages? You said momentum breakout, right? Momentum breakout. Stages of the strat we have so far. Like, if you had to classify what the cycles, the strat or strat would go through, what is it, and justify your rationale. All right, let's see what you said. Good question. For momentum breakout and trend following, here are the cycles. This is the consolidation, the pre-breakout, the prices inside the BB, and low coiling. Okay. All right. This isn't the second part of the question, but to finish off this part, right? We want to add this as auditing or analysis part post back test, so we can gauge what the strat is taking. Advise how we can do this. This is not going to be a blocking filter at all, rather used for analysis. Not blocking at all, fam. We got to be able to get right, yeah. Got it. Post back test analysis, no filter, just review. Stage tagging for each trade. Whether the price relative to the BB exit. Okay. Metrics for each trade. That's a chef's kiss. All right, analysis questions to answer. Are we entering too early or too late? Does the volume intensify to predict success? What type of exit are we doing most? Are we leaving money on the table? Are SLs getting trapped? Beautiful. All right, how are we going to deal with slippage? And we want to use limit orders, bam. But market orders if we hit max hold time. Advise on how we're going to do this, yeah? Get me right, bruv. Smart limit orders for entries and TPs in market for the time stop. Oh, control your fill, avoid chasing, exit at your price, controlled exit, market exit now, entry bid. Okay, calls, fill 3 to 5 seconds, then cancel. Max if can't fill. Okay. All right. Questions. How long to wait for to market? Wait. 1, VIX adjusted slippage assumption in backtest. This is a backtest. Don't know how to answer that. What do you mean here? 2, if entry time doesn't fill, skip trade or chase the market. Again, don't know how to answer this one for a backtest. You want VIX adjusted slippage assumptions in backtest? Yes, that will be great. Want to model real market conditions as best as possible. As best as possible, fam. You're right. For backtest, questions 1 and 2 don't apply. Those are for live trading. My bad. So for backtest, the slippage model would be okay. Applied. Okay. Commission round trip. Is this realistic enough? Nope. All right. This is great. Now lay out what we have before we proceed. Confirm the orchestrator is returning the bidding ask, but mind the gap is looking for the current bidding ask. All right, triple check this and make sure before we fix it. All right, here's our strategy that we came up with. It didn't take us that long to be able to come up with this strategy, right? So here's our strat. So we have a momentum breakout plus trend following strategy, and I'm going to be using gamma for this, right? QQQ, this is where we're going to be trading. Here's our indicators, here's our entry, and the reason I'm following these steps, right? This is something that we've come up with, right, in order to come from strategy. Now we're going to go back test, then we're going to go through all of these steps, but first I'm starting with the strategy ideation, right? Excuse me. All right, where you at? Beautiful. Parameters, position sizing, option slippage. All right. Now I need you to actually read the QQQ data so you can see how to work with it. All right, read using RG, BAT, AUX, SEED, less add, echo, other terminal commands so you can properly understand the QQQ data. And let me just give you VIX, which is right here. VIX is right here. Data, here's VIX. All right, so I gave you VIX, QQQ. Let me also give you the conda environment because I don't think I gave you that yet. If you need to run terminal commands, run in conda environment here. Then advise once you have basis before we proceed. Let me know. You just went straight to the VIX. Oh, you just read the entire. Damn it, you asshole. We're doing quite a few things here, but that's okay. I'm still paper trading. Not gonna hold you. There's still a couple things. The market is just really choppy today. Multiple bugs from the same bot. This is a widespread issue. The fix is to change. All right, triple check. There are no others before we proceed to fix these bots one at a time. All right, so you have the QQQ, you have the float, critical items to build. All right, so we can't use backtesting.py or backtrader or vector BT or pi algo trade, right? For 0. And I would pay attention here, Javon, if you're still here. And this is how we're actually going to be building out that custom backtest, right? What elements can we take from all of these so when we build our custom backtest, it can match, if not exceed, these Python libraries? What can we do? 1 second. What can we do? All right, beautiful. Body visualization. We also want the extensive metrics that are given at the end from backtesting.py and maybe even backtrader, right? I'm taking the best of those for this. This is going to be one file, well, not multiple, for this backtest. You get it? But now let's lay out via TLDR using no more than 228 total tokens as to how we're going to do this before we build this out. Let's start the files that have bugs, yeah? Oh, we have multiple. Goodness gracious. So you're basically saying everybody. All right, also on hold, we can skip the 14 actives. What does this bug prevent the bots from doing? Okay. Strategy parms, load into, okay, beautiful. Load, beautiful. And you see, you have context how we're going to be loading the data and going through the backtest, so it doesn't take a long time to do, right? And and to get the verbose when in position, so we can see exit, reason, peaks, etc., right? All right, let's fix one at a time. When you figure out that your bots have a massive bug in them and you have to fix it, me understand, but I have a bug I need to fix. Before we proceed, because it looks like you may compact in the middle of this. but create a simple file to advise what we found and how to fix it, such that if you do compact, the next session can pick up where we left off. Yes, got it. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, I love it. I love it. Now I got to create a folder. Call this Gamma Baby. Then create. Shoot. All right. Last thing. Really. We want to have the exit, the CSVs, harms, and logs from backtest saved. Hold on. My fault. All right, guap. Where am I? Right here. From the backtest saved, but we want to have it properly automated where it can handle the versions, being able to save across years, and also once we have baseline to compare it to the baseline for newer backtest results. Does that make sense? Advise how we can do it before proceeding. Where did you write that? Where did you write the file? Okay. Proceed. All right, beautiful. Let me just put gamma blast baby. All right, Gucci. Create here. Call her gamma. You do gamma or nah bt.py. Let's have it where at the top of the file we have a proper explanation of the strat, such that even a 12-year-old can get it. Don't assume anything, explain everything, and proceed with creating the file. I love it. All right, I found a little critical issue here that all of our bots have this one teeny problem that if it's not fixed, they can't enter a trade, right? So that's what we're doing right now. Why are you creating 3 different files for that? Again, creating 3 different files for it, I think it's wild. It's not needed, but let's see what's Gucci though. All right, I gotta come here. I'm also fixing some issues here. You can see this backtest being created. So we have a couple of great things that we're getting. All right, we're building out. Matter of fact, let me just get let me get it ready. Let's get our backtest ready, our little folder ready. And then I copy you. All right, once it's ready, we just run it. Once it's ready, we just run it. All right, mind the gap is fixed, so I can go start you back up. Mind the gap is fixed. All right, mind the gap. There you go. Off with the win. Off with the win, yeah. All right, waiting for this little particular strat to run, yeah. I'm interested to see how this is gonna work out. This is gonna be like super dope. I didn't even know I was gonna create a strategy today. But I kind of had an inkling for us to be able to create this gamma one anyway, so I'm fine with it. We're goo up with it, bruv. All right, sniper's fixed. Let me go restart sniper. All right, we got a couple things. Backtest is finished. Imagine you are watching a balloon being squeezed. The more you squeeze it, the more pressure builds up. Eventually, it pops and air blasts out of it. This strategy does this, but the same with stock. They squeeze. We watch QQQ, a big tech stock, using Bollinger Bands, and we think, oh, fuck, I didn't decide what bonds are being used. Okay, here we go. Is it 2.0? What is the... All right. Give us a second. I have sniper. I need to go get back up and running. There you go. What time? 11:30. All right. Gone with you. I already have. I appreciate that, but I already have it installed. Oh. Strategy's not really performing. It's like catching weird signals, fam. Alright. Let's see what we got. We got 10 trades. Let's go look at it. Let's go look at it. So here's our baseline. Review and let's discuss. Let's get our baseline. Should we use the actual? Oh, fuck. Damn it. I forgot to, bro. You're supposed to, we already have the stock price. Okay. I thought you would have figured it out and like use your brain, but obviously you didn't. Okay. Here, let's make sure you're using the open, high, low, close, volume, stock price. Right here it is. And let's check if there is any other mismatches. Then install it, bruv. And you're using it. Oh shit. I know exactly what the problem is. Hold on. Use Python, not Python 3. You said Bel Air is good. All right, let's go get Bel Air back up. All right, beautiful. They're still folding. Issue found. Data. Okay, with T has embeddings. Goodness are okay. Pass all filters are on single day. The premium filter is very tight for 0 DTE. No, it's not. No. Median, max. Wow, we're filtering out most contracts. Damn, that's crazy. So you want me to be a little bit more expensive? No, update it to 0.88. And double check there are no other issues. Let's go. Just in case you have one more update, I feel like. Okay, so now we have Range Baby, but I think it's already done for the day. I don't think Range Baby trades at 11. Cross 244, 625. Let me check any potential other issues. Let me check the option pricing simulation. Oh, snap. Why aren't we this is information option pricing. We need to look up the actual bid and price from the Greek data, like an actual bar. This will give a realistic. Yes, bro. Why aren't we using the actual data instead of simming it? We have it, let's use it. And are we using gamma at all to as a filter for option selection? Would need to calculate based off the Greeks and data we have, but would be valuable to add. Would be extraordinarily valuable to add, fam. Plan store the current option price selection. You're right. We need to use Load all Greeks, not pre-filter. Look up the price during it. Add a method to calculate this price. Calculate gamma price change. Fix the. Okay. Go ahead. I should have said we're using black shoals, but I'm going to take into account that you understand what what I mean. All right, penny for you was just fixed. Let me speed up the fixing. All right, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That will be perfect. All right, almost there. Give me a second. Let's run it. Let's get it, shawty. Okay, look at that. We actually fixed it. It's actually working for us, fam. We're actually finding gamma squeezes now. Look at that. Our strategy is producing something. Damn, that's crazy. You might have found something that's like, I could really pop off. Holy shit. I might have stumbled, like, fell forward into something, fam. We may have fell forward into something, fam. Look at this. This is the second run. I just fixed a couple things. I just made sure the data was right. That means this strategy got oomph. We may have fell forward with something, ladies and gentlemen. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, let me give you the full screen you deserve, because you at 100,000. This is crazy. Did I say 300,000? Okay, this is wild. This is wild, fam. This is wild. Y'all see this strategy that I just built? Like, I was just trying to, not even, Javon, I appreciate you, because we was able to build this strategy. Let's see what it's screaming. Let's see what it's screaming. All right, now review, and let's gauge, run a few terminal commands on the CSV text files, then let's discuss. We may have found something, ladies and gentlemen, for this little gamma squeeze strategy. This gamma squeeze strategy is actually producing something. This gamma squeeze strategy actually may produce something. This little gamma strategy, good. Matthew drawdown is broken. Scaling too fast. Position value. Monthly. Let's go find out why the gamma is broken. Give me a second. All right, I'm going to run the back test. Give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, let's get it in. All right, perfect. We're Gucci. Are y'all looking at what I'm seeing? That is a bit behind, fam. My fault. Y'all just been staring at that. My fault. I need to get to the right screen, which is this one. Our back test is actually sliding. The one that I made here live with y'all, while paper trading, it actually slides. Yeah, this thing actually slides, man. $600 contracts. December alone, 166,000. No max contracts. The balance compounds. Position grows unbounded. The possible look ahead. Let's check and see if there is any bias or look ahead in this back test. It just can't be great. It just can't be great. The big issue is that trade 6 showed 106% gain and an MFE of 109. That's beyond. Well, that's a gamma squeeze, right? We just caught a fantastic gamma squeeze. Found it. The strike of 408 had at 105 had a balance, had a bid ax of 149, 150, but the trade entry says 88. Let me get the full flow. The bug looking at, okay, but the trade entry says the call. Okay, it's not a put. So we have a bit of technical logical issues, root issue. The get contract price is not filtering by the calls and puts. It's getting the wrong contracts during the position monitoring. Let me look at the code. The function looks correct. The filter is by the right. Let me check how it's being called. The call looks correct. Let me check how the Greek's data file is loading. Found it. The right column has a leading trailing space puts instead of put. So the space only removes the quotes, not the space. We need to filter by the, all right. Now let me fix the filter loader as well. Verify the fix. Still has a no character issue. Let me use a different approach. The case approach works. Now let me update both loaders. Okay. All right, Gua. Okay. Now rerun the back test to see realistic results. See much more realistic with the correct contract. Okay. Let's see. Don't forget that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Like, we are actually sliding right now. I'm not going to hold you. Kind of have two bots I need to make. I need to make one for the afternoon one, like this other strategy that we created. I'm also going to make this one, and they're going to take the place of two bots that are currently in the fleet right now. It's just like, whoa, I could do better. We're at 85 contracts right now, so I'm just keeping an eye on that, because usually I put a max of 100. So, okay, it just crossed 100. It's going crazy. 200 contracts is stupid. Because usually a broker's not going to let you do that, right? So I definitely put a max of it. December just was a great month. Review. Let's discuss. December was just a fantastic month. Shigami, what's going on? I hope all is well. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. This is a strategy that I just created. Because somebody on the stream, Javon, was asking about a gamma squeeze strategy, and I was like, all right, you know, it would be cool to create one. So we just created this one live, and it's looking like I'm just going to definitely ship this and make it a bot. So I definitely have been following the process, this little process here, right? So we created the strategy, and the strategy idea came from Javon, but then we also used TradingView in order to create the strategy, then flush it out. And then now we're on step 2. We're back testing it. And as you all know, all of our back tests start at $100. And we're able to see strategy go from $100. Right now, it's kind of ridiculous. It's went from $100 to 300,000. This is a gamma squeeze strategy, right? So if you actually find a gamma squeeze that goes well for you, this maybe could happen, right? But again, it's just a matter of being able to understand this is a back test. Hold on. The provider's working new summary of bugs. To get accurate results, rerun the back test. Okay. Look ahead bias. Did it match? Max drawdown dividing by the balance instead of the peak. The premium filter filters out most contract. Change to. Okay, I just reran it. We did rerun it, and those were the results. Double check there are no other issues in the file. Double check, because I just reran it. We legit just reran it, and there is no problems. Now you're telling me there is. Wait, are you using the wrong? All right, beautiful. I see the issue at line 159. Let me check. There's an extra character that's causing an issue. Founded expiration still has a null character. It should be working. Okay. And it's about to compact. All right. There are some bots that are still running, but not gonna hold you. Today's just been pretty much a bumpy day. I really need to go. I feel like there's some bots I just need to go like put to bed. In the sense of like stop trying to trade them right now and just go create new ones, right? And there's like, all right, you have potential. Come on. You know, but then there's others who's like, all right, it could be a little bit better. All right. Or was it just the market? I mean, the market this week, I'm not gonna hold you, is just like extremely bumpy, fam. So you're about to compact. All right. Let's come back over here real quick. All right. Remember, there was a bug that I had to fix, and I just fixed it. So all of our bots are good. All right, let's double check and make sure. Good and good. You know what I was supposed to do? Just haven't looked at it yet. Is the usage? Where we at? Oh, we Gucci. We good. We good. We good. We are good. The usage is good. I have one compacting, and I'm having this session here just check all the bugs that I had to fix for our bots that we're currently running. So just fixing that issue real quick, and then as soon as this other session is done compacting, I'm gonna go right back to it. But right now it's looking like we're gonna have 2 more bots added to the fleet, and I want a couple that I'm gonna remove from active trading, and then go back into being able to like actually figure out what is the issue with them actually running. So let's come here. It just finished compacting using Python 3. Use Python, not Python 3. And guess what I'm also going to need to give it? The conda environment. Find the issue, bruv. Get right, bruv. Get right, bruv. Also want to be able to figure out, still has a trailing quote. The retext isn't catching the double quote issue. Let me fix. Metamorphizing. I need to add a G flag to all the reflex. Okay. I'm going to run it. I thank you for your optimism, but I'll run it. Oh crap. I need to keep remembering that. I do that. Need to come over here, but I'm looking at it live so I can switch it back. No problem. So are we running this back test? I mean, I'm not going to hold you. What I'm looking at is the number of contracts. I think we did slap with being able to use the VIX-based position sizing, right? That's one thing I'm super glad about. One thing that the strategy is doing is trading with the trend and not against it. 2024 was a super trendy year, so I can expect it to be able to perform well as it's doing right now. Right now, it's just a matter just to make sure there's no overfitting, there's no bias, whether that be survivorship bias, a bias of being able to like memorize the data, right? Because this is a back test, so we're taking our strategy, we're throwing it in a time machine, and I want to see how well it performs. Yeah, in December of 24, when I say a beautiful month, bro, like the strategy is still popping, and all of our strategies went from $100, right, to 300,000. It's kind of crazy. This is a gamma squeeze strategy, right? So being able to take advantage of those explosive moves that happens within the market. Out of 257 trading days, this strategy traded 200 days, and it had a 72% win streak, right? 7 out of 10. And what I love about it is this profit factor. It's not high, but it's still respectable in the sense of like for every dollar that the strategy lost, it was able to make $5 back. So that's what's up. And then a Sharpe ratio of 4.8. Now, this is something that it's incredibly lovely, right? Reason being so is because hedge fund managers are looking for Sharpe ratios that are greater than 2. I'm not raising money, right? This is for personal consumption, right? And I think I would never get to a point of raising money because that shit is a headache. But this right here is just letting us know that, all right, we're playing with the big boys, them, big girls too. All right, review. Now let's discuss. All right. What I need to do here, I just need to switch it up real quick. What I'm also going to do is just a few things. I mean, I got some time on my hands, so y'all just going to work with me too. Also need to just take real inventory of our bots. What do I need? Need ChatGPT real quick. Let me go ahead and make this a little bit bigger so you can see it. Yeah. Give me 1 second. I need to go grab a prompt that I'm going to start using in order to get just to be a little bit better, a little bit more intentional with the work that I'm going to be doing with these bots, right? Because what I'm noticing, here it is, a little Laura prompt that I have, detail using Claude, auditing our options, Algo, trading bots. The results are still showing 306,000, same as before. The data cleaning fixed, but no more in quoted. This is still the issue, is that we're compounding positions starting at $100 balance. After a few wins, now we're using 44%. After more wins, we're still using 22%. 72% win streak and 5.5 profit factor. This still snowballs exponentially. The math problem: 206 trades times an average of 503 on $1,500 is 306,000. But early trades can't possibly make $1,500 on $100. The position sizing is using the growing balance, not the fixed position sizing. The questions to fix the fixed position sizing is using the starting balance only, not compounding. Cap position sizing, get the fuck out of here. Also suspicious is the 72%. All right, let's run on 2020 at a fixed position sizing mode to validate true edge, verify. Let's run on 2023 to gauge the results so we can run on different year and gauge performance. Hold on, bro. Oh shit. How much? So I just put 2023. Is that it? I know. Give me a second. Let me come back here. Let me make sure you're looking at the right screen. You're supposed to be looking at this one. I split this 2023. You run. You're bringing in 2024. The fucker. 2024. Results. Wait, Jit. How do we change it and run it for 2023? Okay. Thank you for that. I'll run it. We're gonna clear, then we're gonna run our back test. All right, bet. Starting. Running our back test for our gamma squeeze strategy. And in a bit here, I'm gonna go finish the prompt from ChatGPT so I can go review our current bots that I have right now. because there's a couple that either haven't been working, have been working, or some that I just need to take off the active trading floor. Damn, Jit. The May was your first trade. That's crazy. So, you know what this lets me know? That this is kind of maybe overfitting. Why is May the first time it took a trade? I mean, so that lets me know that 24 had a lot more gamma squeeze opportunities than 23. Interesting. 125 trades, 68% win streak. I mean, the numbers are still strong, right? But it's just like May is when the strategy first took a trade. All right, stop spazzing. Just give me a second. Now review using terminal commands and let's discuss. All right, while you're doing that, let me go finish this. What exactly are you auditing? We are auditing option algo trading bots. We have a few that we need to determine if we're going to continue live trading or go back in the lab for further development. Multi-bot strategy, auditing focus, what's most important to you right now, strategy logic. I mean, all of these, right? All make sense. We just want to adapt to the specific bot and make sure it doesn't over estimate or over assume, right? 3, tech stack, Python, rule based, no LLMs or MLs as of yet, and these are options, and 0 DTE. All right, beautiful. This is a spit, yeah, bro. The average trade pattern is 20% consistent across years, 50% hit rate for TP2. The average hold time is 1.3 to 1.4 minutes. The average drawdown suspicious is the, okay. Fix one, add a contract mode to truly, add a fix one contract mode to see the true edge without compounding. Spot fixes a few. Okay, first, let's find out why in 2023 the first trade happened in May of that year. All right, so here's our prompt. Beautiful. Now let's go back to Claude Code, this version. I'm going to be auditing our current bots that I have here, right? First, I'm going to start with, let's start with early worm or second chance. Let's start here. All right, beautiful. While that's running, let me come here. The signals exist in January. The issues, we might not be catching 0 DTE contracts. The unique contract expiration 0. Yeah, I know it does. Likely the premium delta filters are too okay, but like, give me the real answer though. The raw expiration is 2023 with quotes after it replaces it, but we're comparing it to the. Are you telling me it's another freaking user error, bro? Use terminal commands in your tools and resources. Don't just read the files at once. I'm trying to brute force it. No contracts past the Delta premium filter. Let me check what contracts actually exist. Okay, but give me the reason if you would. And I need to check if we're using black shoals in order to calculate gamma, because our data, and most of it, I get our data from Theta Data, right? I'm not sponsored by them, but they are the ones that have the most comprehensive data, and it's not that expensive, right? So I get our data from, found it, the timestamp. Are we serious with this issue? Okay, found it. Oh, only strike 270 pass. Okay, both month the premium filter. The issue is that the QQQ is around 276 early 2023. The at the money price was $1, exceeding our max. The root cause was the premium filter is too tight. By it relaxed a little bit, so it's just a lot more expensive. I got you. Let's see. Excuse me. The issue is that QQQ is around 260 to 270 in early 2023. The ATMs were priced at $1, which exceeded our max. The premium filter is too tight for the early 2023. By May, QQQ had rallied significantly to 32022, and 0 DTE options became cheaper relative to our filters. Interesting. The contracts do pass filters in January. 2. The issue might be that 0 DTE matching logic. Let me trace it through the actual backtest. Well, let's see. Contracts are found, but must be the data loading. Let me check the, okay. Can you get me right? And like, can we actually figure this out and make sure that this works? That would be great. Let's go ahead and debug that and actually find the root cause of the issue. Let's get to the root cause and actually make sure that this works. That would be great. Got it. Let's verify. Interesting. The expiration signal. Okay. Filter. So the data loading is fine. When I try to let it drive the boat, this is what I think I need to redo, like recreate this back test real quick. Okay, might be the timestamp matching in the back test loop. And that's what happens sometimes when you create your own custom back test, right? There's a little bugs that we need to fix here and there. So that's what's going on here. Just a bit of a bug that needs to get proper addressed. Then once that's fixed, we'll be Gucci. You have 68 available. So tell me what's the issue, bruv. So trade should happen on the 3rd. Let me check why they didn't appear in the results. Let me run a quick test on January 3rd. Let's figure this out, bruv. Let's figure this out, bruv. That would be cool. Okay, here we go. My fault. I had to get the vibes back. I had to get the vibes back. Want me to increase the starting? No. Found it. The position size is 42.80. The position size is $42. 84% of the starting balance with VIX under 15, but the entries are 86 to 92. One option cost. Okay. Root cause the starting balance is too small. Can't even afford one contract. VIX was a bit elevated. Now, can we adjust the VIX levels to be a bit more adaptive, right, to the market? Does that make sense? Because I believe that 2023 had a bit higher VIX than 24. All right. Well, while you come here, let's look at second chance. The strategy is an SMA momentum 0 DTE strategy. Okay, performance since the 9th through the 31st. 662 trades. Recommendation: pause and return to the lab. This is catastrophic loss performance degradation. 26% win streak versus the 83 in the back test. Stop loss exceeds the expectations. And the reason this was an issue is because, hold on, kind of got to bounce back. Let me stay here real quick, then I'm gonna come back there. Okay. That will be great. Oh, that's the thing I was supposed to ask. Should I be using VX10 instead of? Okay, that's interesting. All right, let's go ahead. What do we do? Oh, the adaptive VIX. So we can see if 23 had more. All right, bet. Let's make sure that it knows that this is version 2 for 2023 and ensure it can do this automated without manual intervention. Quality. You fucker, bro. Let me dry the boat. Excuse me. Let's go. Okay, why are you stuck right now? All right, now the data's not loading. That's cool. Or are you running and not telling me? The back test is hanging now here. Let's find out why. Let's find out why. Filters to find the issue might be processing 250 days. No, it's supposed to be using yeah, it's not supposed to be an issue. It's just working fine. Let me see if I can just switch it up for y'all real quick. Let's go there. 13 million rows every call, max 2. Okay. All right, but if you can give me an instrumental, that would be fine as well, you know? I have a couple of things that now let me update position sizing to use pre-index. Okay. Also, can you advise what is the slippage percentage currently being modeled? And if we are where is it? Yeah, fucker. I got it. Before we even go, I have one more question. If we are assuming 100% fills within this back test, okay. It's the theta erosion. Where is it? 100% fill, no partial, no rejection. We want to increase the slippage to about 3 to 5%, right? And how can we better model the fills so it can resemble real conditions as best as possible in the back test? Okay. Let me update the slippage to be percentage based and then go ahead and do that. Bro, I just saw this thing. I can't find it anymore. Hold on. Wait, Jit. Are we accounting? Okay. Lastly, are we accounting for the theta that can bleed during position holding as well? Currently, we're using the actual price from the Greeks data, which does include the theta. The bid X should reflect the theta bleeds. Let me verify this works correctly. Okay, theta is accounted for. The backtest use the actual bid X prices. Hold on. Let me see. Bid X prices, theta decay $2 in the normal, but 0 acceleration near L3 theta. Okay. However, we could add explicit theta tracking analysis. Okay, beautiful. That would definitely help me to make sure there's no um Jit, come on, man. All right, I got it, bruh. Let me drive the boat. Here we go. Yo, Pascal, how we doing? We just finished up back trading. Now there was a strategy that I created while I was back trading, a gamma squeeze strategy. And I'm working out a few of the bugs and kinks right now for this strategy. The strategy is going to be trading QQQ, and I'm back testing it right now on 2023. We had to create our own custom back test, and as you can see right now, it's currently hanging. It was working before fine, but now it's not processing why I need it or how I need it to. I'm gonna give it another minute or so, and I'm gonna see how it's gonna, what it's gonna do. Oh, here we go. It did run. Backtest results. Oh, that's, you're running both 23 and 24. Okay, so here's 23. So the strategy was able to go from $100, 235 trades, right, to 81,000. So that's not bad. Whoa, you fucker. Who the hell starting? It's $100, bro. Like, goodness gracious. All right. Update the backtest where we want to run it 1 year at a time, fam, not multi. And do not change the starting balance. We updated it to 100. because this is where we're going to start. I thank you. That will be great. That will be great if you can actually do that. Holy shit, bro. Fucking guy, bro. I got it, bro. All right, come back here. All right, running our back test on 2024. Let's see the results. There's a couple of things I had to tweak in it, but now it should be Gucci and no issues at all. So running our back test. Oh, how I was saying, what I was saying. I got this back. Did you see UM last night though? Shout out to the U. Shout out to the U. But running our back test on 2024 and actually got this idea from an actual subscriber, Javon. So again, I appreciate you. He was asking if we had a gamma squeeze or gamma scalping strategy, and I told him no, I didn't, but I was thinking about making one. So we actually created it live here with y'all using TradingView, and now I'm actually running the back test on 2024. It will be so much better if we can actually, I think the back test is running. It's just going to wait till it gets to the end and then give us the results, but it'll be so much better if we can actually see it run and go through all of it. I don't know why it's just big tripping right now. Bro, you would make it seem like you're writing a book. Okay. Here's the back test. 204 trades, 68% win streak, 6 out of 10. Profit factor of 3.7. What is that telling me? For every dollar that it lost is making $3 back. That's what's up. Sharp ratio of 4.8. The strategy was able to go from $100 to $56,000, so that's not bad. The average trade was 277, and then the max drawdown was 7%. So at one point in time, the strategy went from $100 till about 93, 92, right? And then it was able to rally back again. All right, so now beautiful. We can come here, review, and let's discuss now. All right, now go to all right. Here we go. Here we go. More realistic, right? Save trade count. The field rejection didn't reduce the trade much in 2024. VIX was low. The win rate dropped 4%. More realistic for the realistic slippage. Eating into marginal wins. The P&L dropped from 82, from 306,000 to 57,000. Still unrealistic, but much better. The slippage per trade is 6 to 10%. Trip drag. And then our profit targets are still significant. The compounding from to 56,000 from 100 is still 506x, right? The position compounding, exit distribution dropped, time increase, slippage is making it harder to hit TPs. The core problem, starting at $100, you can't afford $85 each. Once you okay, that's fine. Should we run on 23 to compare? Yeah. Let's update so we can run it on 2023. Just update the file. I'm going to run it, fam. You want to dry the boat and shit? Let me dry the boat. All right, now I'm going to run it on 2023. And I made this back test a little bit harder than what it would be in the real market conditions, because as we all know, you want to make practice harder, right? You make practice harder when you actually play the game, it's a lot easier. So that's what we're doing right here, is we're making practice harder. So when it actually gets into the game, yo, I'm not going to do this one more time. When we run the back test currently, it doesn't show each trade, result, etc. It only populates, it only shows the ending results. Why? And let's fix. Before we had it, it would show us each trade, results, etc. until the end, like a normal back test. This one just has us staring at a screen, then waiting for the results. Let's fix. Let's fix, if you would. Oh, verbose is false. That's why. Well, can you fix it for me? Thank you. I would duly appreciate it. Duly appreciate it. Now you will see it. Thank you. Duly appreciated, fam. Now we're going to see the trades and how it's actually going to work. You know, notice one thing I didn't have to do is just adjust the parameters at all, right? I've been working on functional things like, okay, I want to make sure that this back test isn't cheating on a test. I want to make sure that the actual conditions are a lot harder here than it would be in the actual market. And last time I ran this, the first trade happened in May for Gamma Squeeze. So let's see what happens here. See, feel rejected. All right, let's go. Now trades are running. Now trades are running, and our back test is cool. So you're seeing like the fills rejected. We're not assuming you're going to be filled every single time. The slippage is a little bit higher than it would be in actual market conditions. Sufficient data. Let me, okay. All right. So from 100 to 14,000, but again, we're trading damn near half the year. All right. Review. Now let's discuss. I think at this point I could touch the parameters because I haven't at all, right? All I've been doing is being able to, I mean, there's a couple things that I did. Being able to add or just the, no, I didn't. I didn't do the premium min max. That's already been there. Strategy has stronger performance in low VIX environments. Still unrealistic. 140. Okay, bro, get the fuck out. Fewer trades. Higher VIX equals more fill rejections. The fill average was 88 to 92% versus 95. Fewer contracts passing the premium filter in early of the year. Lower win rate, but still more volatility. Okay. All right, now we can go mess with these parms real quick. See, I haven't. Oh, you know what would be interesting? To see if instead of using EMA, right, to use DEMA, double EMA, or Hull. So that's what I want to try. And I also want to try. Okay. Are we using pandas? No, not using pandas TA. Okay. We need to bring in pandas TA to the back test because we want to test different MAs. Currently, we only have EMA, but we want to test DMA, Hull, etc. That would be beautiful. I thank you for that. Yes, I do have Pandas TA downloaded. I thank you for checking my gangster. Thank you for checking my gangster. I already have it downloaded, fam. Thank you. All right, beautiful. Now let me update the indicated class to use the Pandas TA with the multiple MA types. Moving average. And let's go ahead and post it. Yeah, fam. I'm not gonna hold you. Well, how's the first week of January been for y'all? It's not really the first week, kind of the second. You want to count last week, but like this is the first full week of January. Yep. It's been. I just noticed I got to tighten up a few things. Because I don't want this to be a reoccurring issue, bruv. Yeah, man. So go here. All right, you should be done with updating the backtest. All right, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, you even did it inline. Look at that. Look at that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do hull first. Let me try hull first. I'm going to keep everything else the same. I'm just going to do hull first. And let's see what happens. Ah, you fucker. Let's fix the following issue. If we can fix it, that will be great. The issue is that the TA band column naming, let me check the columns, what it actually, oh, Bollinger Bands has a different format. It's using 2.0, not the 1.5. Let me check the correct format. That would be great if we use the 1.5. It's lower and the upper bands is not. Okay, let me fix. Fucker. What is the standard deviation that we're using? What is the standard deviation? Please tell me. Okay, 1.5. All right, beautiful. I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I just wanted to make sure you didn't go to 2. We want a bit of tighter bands. Oh, damn. Clear. Now run. Due to the length of the previous 2 audits and the comparative nature, let's make sure you're not skipping anything or overlooking the smallest details before creating. All right, this should be good. The backtest is loading. Now remember the first day that this one ran, when we first ran it, was back in May, and we had a field rejection. We didn't have, and reason being so is because VIX was a lot higher in 2023, right? And the strategy doesn't really, okay. Goodness gracious. I was trying to big up you, but we're still having a bit of issues. So let's review. Fix it. Thank you. You having the people dim wait too long, man. Thank you. Let's get this actually working. All right, beautiful, beautiful. Our back test is running. We are in the process of being able to have it go. In the process, bruv. All right, please don't fold. All right, let's see. Okay, here we go. May again. That's crazy. So it's one trade a month? Yeah, the first half was just like extreme. Hmm. I mean, it is sliding a bit, but it isn't. I think the EMA one was like 14. Okay. So whole isn't really working. And I don't want to change the periods yet. I just want to change the moving average and to see if we can get. So let's go to triple EMA. Are you saving? Results. Oh, I can cuss you out. Let's go to triple EMA. Let's see how well triple EMA works. Let's see how well. Triple EMA is may as well. Feel rejected. I appreciate it. Then it picks up a bit of steam. Let's see. Nah, whole was better. Oh. Hold on. Now I have an idea. Where is it? Okay. Let me drop that down a little bit. Let me see if we can be a little bit more aggressive. Let me drop that down and let me see what that does. Shit. My fault. Let's see what that does. Makes the bands a little bit tighter. I really think what I want to do, I really just need to spend time creating every single one of these, recreating every single one of these bots. Because right here, shawty, this is just mad. Still May. I'm not gonna hold you. This kind of slides. This slides. No problem. No problem. Yeah, it was a fantastic game down to the wire. And at one point in time, I was like, damn, Miami, please don't fold. Then we came and we actually completed the job. We still have a couple more things to get done, right? The mission is still not completed. As Mario said last night, we had to finish on being able to complete 1-0, right? If we can finish 1-0, then I think it's going to be Indiana. I don't know. Something is telling me Indiana is going to take the game tonight. I think Oregon is not going to match the physicality. I don't know, because Oregon does have a bit of physicality as well. So it can be a little blow for blow thing, but it'll be interesting to see that game tonight. No quorums at all. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just testing different moving averages to see how it's going to perform. I just tested whole, I just tested double and triple EMA. So the triple right now has the highest win rate, but the trades are not as aggressive as I would want. Let me try this. Let me try the triple EMA, and then I'm going to drop the period from 5 to 3, and then keep everything else the same. All right, bet. So let's see how well this is able to work. So I made the periods a little bit tighter. All right. I still think it is taking until May in order for this to actually run. I'm like, damn, bro. You can be a bit secluded with it. All right, here we go. All right, it's doing that May, June. Yep, May, June. That's crazy. I think the triple EMA may be the one that I'm going to go with. Yeah, I think the triple EMA is going to be the vibes. Yeah, we found something. The triple EMA is it. Let me see how you finish now. All right. So let's go run the triple EMA on 2024. 2023. 24. 24. Where's the version? Ah, there it is. 3. And then TEMA. 3. Okay, beautiful. Now let's run it. Now let's run it and see how well it performs. I'm running it on 2024 now with a new TMA. See, VIX was a lot lower in 2023. 4. VIX was a lot higher in 23, so that's why we're not seeing that much trades. And I would like appreciate that this is VIX adaptive, right? I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, and I think this may be the settings that we're going to do. Don't freeze. I was about to say. Hyperparameter optimization, machine learning, and sometimes reinforced learning can find the best settings. Yes, I agree. Optuna, I like to do it manually myself. I use Optuna in order to do that as well. And I mean, and I definitely do agree with being able to use MLs to be able to find the best parameters. Like, but sometimes I like to do it myself manually so I can see it. Like, actually, oh, okay, you know what? Moving average is something that impacts it a little bit more, you know? But I definitely agree, and maybe I'm going to try that for a few other strategies. But right now, I kind of like to do it manual so I can actually see what is the correlation here, right? What actually, oh, that's crazy. What actually can work and what actually can't. All right, so I'm thinking that's good. I agree with you. That's something I'm definitely going to look into to being able to add. So this strategy is a little bit better in 23 or in 24, excuse me. Let me see if there's anything. Oh, you know what I want to do? You're on 1%. Damn it. Let me just start a new session. Instead of just having you compact, let me just start a new session. All right, let me just give it a simple prompt. You are a senior option trading specialist and expert at coding in Python. Something super simple. Review the backtest results using terminal commands. Then let's discuss what type of signals we're getting and performance over the years for this backtest. And then make sure to use the conda environment and use the conda environment when running the backtest. That will be GUOP. All right, beautiful. That's crazy for you. Now let me analyze the exit reasons. Beautiful. Let me create a consolidate a summary. All right, V1 baseline had extraordinary results. V2 more conservative. V through, excuse me, 2023 only instead of EMA 5 factor. Hold on one second. All right, apologies. Let's see. What we're is talking about the bid act. Let me read this again. Good news, the actual spreads are smaller than I expected. Here's the breakdown, current versus reality. The model is actually reasonably close. Hold on. Reasonably close. You're buying at ask and selling at bid in the code. The slippage is on top is extra friction. Let me add explicit tracking. Holy cow. Excuse me. I haven't. Goodness gracious, bro. I don't know why allergies is like kicking my ass right now. Found a significant bug. The backtest has still price biases. Uses the option price from when the contracts were filtered earlier bar, but not when the trades actually execute. Let me check the code and confirm and show you the fix. Okay, the compound across 200 trades and explain the unrealistic want me to implement based on entry. Okay, the bug selects a contract based on the delta, but the contract bid and X are from whenever this was last quote, not the current. The use after selecting the contract, refresh the current bid ask spread, then okay. All right, let's do it and add the bid ask tracing as well. Beautiful. Now let me fix the still price bug in the entry logic. I'm going to run it. You can verify the syntax, but I'm going to run it. Thank you. Python, then run it. Here we go. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I really want to make the exercise, the work that we're doing here a lot harder in this particular environment. So we're actually in trading, it's a breeze. we're getting a little bit more realistic feels, realistic results, right? All right. This is not bad at all. I think this is going to be the last run I'm going to do. All right, review, and then let's discuss. So I think where we are right now is a good place, a good stopping point, because I just noticed how long I was going. I don't want to make the videos too long, because what I'll need to do when I come back, I still need to come back and finish up our work that we're doing on Sona, which is these AI that we're building for smart option news analyst, right? And then being able to finish up this work that we're doing for our back test, and also bringing in this hyper parameterization that Pascal just brought up. So I use Optuna to do that. I don't know what library or if you just customly built it when you're trying to find the best parameters. And sometimes I would bring that in, but sometimes I like to do it manual as well, right? So I can see the little, between the data and what it's telling us. Yeah, significantly. Okay. The strategy is still profitable, but reflects the true market conditions. When rate drop, the strategy exit, the strategy test. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah. The still price bias backtest was using the option price from the contract selection, the earlier bar, not the actual entry bar. This gave it 7% better fills than reality. So this is the actual resort we are right now. So this is going to be our stopping point. And when we come back a bit later, we're going to be finishing up our work on Sona, in addition to being able to finish up this back test. Listen, it is your boy Creative. I appreciate Javon, Pascal, and everybody else that joined us today. If you haven't already, please make sure that you like,